Alright everybody, how y'all doing, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am building my daughter her basic simple CPU. She needs it for internet use only. She's been using her phone and she's tired of using her cell phone just to browse things up, set up appointments. And the reason why I say set up appointments, she's due to have her second child, another son, with her husband. She recently got married. And he came to me and said, when they get things together, will I be able to build them a gaming PC? I told him yes. But right now, she said, Dad, I need a basic, simple PC so I can just browse the internet and just do my thing, try to set some appointments up for both her and her husband and etc. throughout the years of their life. Okay, the parts I'm going over is, we're going to start off with the CPU. The CPU is already seated. It is the Phenom X3 8450, 2.1 gigahertz, your basic 3 cores, 3 threads, Phenom CPU. It's just like I said, it's going to basically do everything she needs on her level. She's not into gaming. She just said, I just need a basic PC. Now, some of y'all running like Gamers University, why you just can't use the 10th gen, 11th gen, 12th gen, etc., or any of the AMD CPUs. Those CPUs are meant for gaming and content creating. Now, if you want to build somebody a basic system, you go ahead and you come down some on your motherboards, such as the AM2 lineup, the AM3 lineup, the socket 775 lineup, the 1155, etc. A lot of people love upgrading. Some people say, hey, my system's still working fine. Ron, what can I do to keep my system running for a long life? Okay, because if y'all did not notice, PC is becoming to be a waste of money now, because with all the parts going up, you just built this system, now you're jumping it, building this system, you're jumping it, switching out parts. Yes, PC is not really a major need in today's life because everybody be on laptops and tablets and their cell phone anyway. But she says she's tired of using her cell phone to do everything she needs, as such as browsing, watching YouTube, if they want to watch Netflix, etc. Their cell phone is not really holding up for them. Okay, the CPU cooler is the Rosewill ROCC-16002. Thermal design cooling is 95 watts. It's 2 heat pipes. It's a good cooler. I used it on my Antec X4 CPU. Yeah, this baby can keep it cool and she'll be alright. The motherboard is the ASUS M2N68 VM version 2.0. She can't go wrong with this motherboard. Now, if she wants to increase it, she could upgrade it to 6 cores, 6 threads with a higher CPU. I'll be putting all that CPU list in the description below so y'all can read. Y'all can go ahead and understand this motherboard. Yes, it's still used in 2023 as well as 2024 beyond. A lot of people just browse the internet. So I'm not really worrying about how she's using it, as long as she uses it for the right purpose. The memory is DDR2 1066, PC2 8500. This is G skill. Now, I had all 4 G skills, but one of them went bad. This is a quad set of 2 gigabytes, so she will be on 8 gigabytes of RAM. So she will be good to go. The storage is the Zote 120 gigabyte G3000 SATA SSD. Other storage is the 80 gigabyte Seagate RPM 7200 SATA 2 3.0 gigabits per second. So yeah, she'll be fine with storing all her information on this cell, putting her basic programs on here, so she'll be good to go with that. The power supply is the DiabloTek 400 watt power supply. Y'all probably saying, Ron, why you going with that? It is a basic, simple built power supply. Those power supplies were used back in 2010, 2011, 2009, etc. Basic use, she's not gaming. And for information, certified power supply like 80 plus bronze, 80 plus gold, supposed to save you power on your electrical bill. But with all this here power hungry units coming out now, you ain't saving diddly squat. So if you think you're saving power with them certified watt power supplies, you're not. The power supply is a DiabloTek 400 watt power supply. The GPU, and I had this laying around for years. In 2020, I had this here laying around when I put it out my system in 2017. This is the Radeon HD 3450. This is your basic simple GPU. It is 512 megabyte. Basic simple, powering up your monitors. That's all this is used for. Now, if you want to connect it to a high-end 1080p TV, no. You can connect it to a 1080p 60 watts monitor, which she has that already, so she will not have no issues with this GPU here. The case is a case that I brought off New 8 in 2009, 2010. It is your basic simple micro ATX case. As you see, the front panel does not have no airflow, but it has a little cutout just to go ahead and get some cool air into the fans that I'm putting up front. I'll be installing a 120 millimeter fan, which is the Antec 3. The back will hold a 92 millimeter fan right here, and the side panel will hold this here. Now, two of them are Molex. One of them is not. That will be connected to the system board. Yeah, but this is your basic case back in 2010, 2009, 2008, 2007, 2006. I can just keep going on and on, but I'm not going to bore you. And her basic HP TS H493 DVD writer. She said, "Dad, I would like to listen to some music. You know, I still got some CDs laying around. Can you please install me a DVD-ROM, CD-ROM player?" I said, "Yeah, sure. I got tons of them laying around because in today's market now, these are obsolete. You can't put these in systems now, especially computer cases. You can if it has a 5.2 drive bay, but these are obsolete. But a lot of people still use them in 2023. So yes, I'll be putting her one in, and that's it for the parts. I'm excited to go ahead on and do this scrap to glory for her. Yes, I got all the scrap parts, and if y'all been watching, this motherboard here came out of the Antec Media Center, which I had found coming home from the grocery store by the trash. So I'll be putting that video in the description below. And she's finally getting a home and gonna be put back to good use. All right, enough talking. Let's do this. Alright everybody, she is done. All I have to do now is basically cable management. You know, I'm gonna go ahead on and mount these cables at. I got a small section here to tie it down at, just to keep it from, you know, hanging on the doorway. But other than that, she turned out nice. She really turned out nice. There she go. She turned out really nice. Now some of y'all probably said, Ron, why you ain't building a gaming rig? That is to come later on down the line. Because he's still deciding, her husband is still deciding whether he wants to go ahead on and buy him a console later on down the line, or build him a gaming PC. But just like I said, I had parts laying around the house from a previous find I did. I'll be putting that in the video link in the description below. I'll put the video link in the description below because it was an Antec Media Center, and this motherboard came out of that with the Antec 3 fans. I managed to use one, and yes, y'all probably sit down and say, Ron, the fans look brand new, but I know they do core Orion. Alrighty, keep in mind, all y'all don't know this stuff. To the newcomers, we do a thing called restoration. Only thing you have to do is on the back, as you see right here, you slowly peel the tag off in the back. You slowly peel it back so you won't screw up this, the adhesive. And it's a little plastic covering that you drop your 3-in-1 oil in. Once you drop your 3-in-1 oil in, you want to go ahead on and rotate the fan slowly to give it a nice good movement to drop the oil back in place of the bearings. This is what companies did not want you to know, because if you knew that, as I just told you, you would not be buying no more fans from them. This is one reason why a lot of people does their channels to save people money, to go ahead on and keep their life of their system still running. Now Microsoft is fucked up. I'm gonna come clean. Microsoft is screwed up because now they got Windows 12 coming out now. Windows 11 got a whole lot of issues into it. Windows 10 is the best, but Windows 10 will be junked in 2025, just like they junked Windows Vista, just like they junked Windows 7. Why? Because they listening to the gamers, the universe. Y'all getting more. Now y'all be prepared for Windows 12. Is it going to do what you want your system to do? That's up to the gamers universe to decide. But right now, Windows 7 is still being used in 2020, so you just have to sit down and install your nice, good virus protection and malware protection software on your system, and you're good to go. If you need a gigabit adapter, they still make gigabit PCIe. There's a PCIe X1 slot in here. Yes, it's in there. Once I move this up bracket plate and put a fan on top, or you can go PCIe. And yes, you can get your gigabit. You can install them in right down to the bottom, or you can go ahead and get your PCIe X1. That's it. I do love building with old systems. I love it because this brings back memories to me where I had built my first system off the PGA 370 after I threw my K6 in the trash, which was on the compact Rosario 2240. I'll be putting all that in the description below. The good thing is to read, learn, and appreciate PC building. We was on a low power system back in the 80s and late 90s, early 2000s. After that, parts start getting more enhanced, which is good. But for my daughter here, this works for her. As you see, I put the card reader in there, the 5.2 DVD-ROM drive in there. I will be installing these later because I got some router runs, the cable runs in the proper way where you still get that good airflow from your Antec 3 fan that sits up front. Now there is a little latch to the bottom. If I had a 3D printer, I would have sit down here and made her like maybe 2-inch tabs that sits up, that can raise the system up, but she could do that herself, by getting some decorative blocks and putting up, just raise it up, because there is a little slit to the bottom where you can get minimum airflow up to the fan, and it just drags it into the system. Now some of y'all saying, oh Ron, you got this big CPU cooler with the side panel closed. I'm showing y'all with the side panel closed. Let's see if I can get it on. There you go. Side panel on, baby. And one thing we loved about non-presentational cases is it had airflow vents on the side. So you could go ahead and suck in some air, and all the air on the inside of the case could get out. If your case do not have any airflow, a lot of people does modifications to old PC cases. I'll be putting a few in their links in the description below who I likes to go ahead and follow, because this is what we love doing. We love bringing old systems back to life, and this is gonna work out real well for my daughter, who's in process of doing a whole lot now. You know, trying to find them a house, a nice good apartment, affordable apartment. She could go ahead on and do all what she needs to do in the comfort at home for her, her husband, and her newborn, which is my grandson number 2. And I'm blessed to have my grandson coming in the world. He'll be here by towards the end of the year or early January. So I'm happy. I'm a proud grandfather, a proud PC builder. I ain't gonna sit down and say I'm all about tech, because I leave that to the ones who's doing so much for that, like Marquez Brownlee, who talks about tech world range from cell phones to taking your house to your everyday simple basic program life, as well as your PC system. So I'm gonna close it out. I want to thank y'all for watching. I love, just like I said, I love doing systems like this. If you need your system upgraded, BIOS updated, or needs cleaning, I'll be putting my email address in the description below, so y'all can hit me up with your phone number, and I'll get back at you. And then we go ahead and talk from there. Thank y'all for watching. If you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.